All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Jaya Kaylee, the student body president of Rangeview High School, and I would like to thank you for being here to share in the celebration of the graduates of the Rangeview High School class of 2021. At this time, please stand for the processional and please remain standing for the national anthem sung by the graduation choir and conducted by Mr. James Laguana.
I know, no. He's right there. He looks stupid. Oh my god. Riley's coming. Oh, yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. The rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, graduation choir and Mr. Laguana. Welcome to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2021. While we are here to celebrate over 450 graduates, some whom are seated on the field and some who could not attend, whom we keep close in our hearts and thoughts, I would like to take a moment to congratulate a number of people who were instrumental in supporting our graduates throughout their elementary, middle school, and high school years, and most especially during this global pandemic. Congratulations to the parents, guardians, and families of these graduating seniors today, and thank you for your continued partnership with Rangeview High School and the Aurora Public Schools. Together, we have impacted each of these lives. We would like to honor you. Please give a round of applause for the parents, grandparents, guardians, and significant adults of these 12th grade students who are here today or watching at home. Also, congratulations to the elementary, middle school, and high school teachers, counselors, coaches, sponsors, and support staff whom, over the last years, have contributed to the success of these students. Would the staff of Rangeview High School and the Aurora Public Schools in attendance this morning please stand and be recognized? Thank you. This past year and a half has been challenging to say the least, and many of us experienced loss in some way, shape, or form. Please join me in a moment of silence in remembrance of lives lost during this past pandemic year. Thank you. It is my honor to introduce our MCs for graduation. Jaya Cayley, RHS Student Body President, who will attend the University of Southern California, and Hiram Alexander Easton, Senior Class President, who will attend Grand Canyon University. Jaya and Alex will take over the duties at the podium.
It is my honor to recognize our platform and special guests. Please stand and be recognized as your name is called. Miss Jaya L. Cayley, Student Body President. Miss Vicki Reinhardt, Director, Board of Education. Mr. Zachary F. Ron, South Community Director, Aurora Public Schools. Mrs. Michelle M. Topman, Keynote Speaker. Mr. Rico Munn, Aurora Public Schools Superintendent. Miss Lisa M. Gross, Principal, Rangeview High School. Miss Stephanie Mason, Director, Board of Education. Miss Christine Imholt, Leadership Team, Aurora Public Schools. Mr. Roland S. Green, Top 10. Miss Elizabeth P. Newman, Top 10. Mr. Sebastian J. Lee, Top 10. Mr. Matthew G. Johannes, Top 10. Mr. Zachary A. Nafawi, valedictorian. Mr. Anthony D. Detweiler, salutatorian. Mr. Andrew E. Ebert, Top 10. Miss Yanla A. Aite, Top 10. Miss Cindy Quach, Top 10. Miss Grace Chang, Top 10. Mrs. Kaylee E. Anderson Barr, Faculty Herald. Mrs. Melissa A. Bradford, Faculty Herald. Mrs. Linda M. Moriarty, Faculty Herald. And Mrs. Cheryl L. Wetzel, Faculty Herald.
Members of the Rangeview High School Top 10 students of the class of 2021 will now present their commencement addresses. Please welcome to the podium Top 10 student Elizabeth Newman, Top 10 student Andrew Ebert, salutatorian Anthony Detweiler, and valedictorian Zachary Nafawi.
Hi, I'm Ellie, and in 2017, I came to Rangeview full of innocent excitement, eager to make new friends and learn new things. Just 7 months into our freshman year, however, on February 14th of 2018, news spread that 17 staff and students had been killed at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. 9 of the victims were just 14 or 15 years old, the same age that we were at that time. There have been countless lockdowns and news stories over the past 4 years that left me terrified for the lives of myself and students around the country. Today, 3,044 members of the class of 2021 around the nation aren't graduating alongside us because they had their lives taken by guns. But 1 month after the Parkland shooting, I walked out of AP Human Geo and onto the football field along with hundreds of other Rangeview students. Hundreds of teenagers, silent and reverent by our own accord, in a walkout organized by an upperclassman. I was scared and angry about all that had happened, but I didn't feel alone. Rangeview students aren't the kind of people to sit down when faced with injustice of any size. There's always a teacher willing to listen or a group willing to help out and stand up for any issue you care about. We protest and pester to get what we want, and if that doesn't work, we'll just do it ourselves. Journalism students always fight to get our voices published, and in the case that an article can't be put on the website, you can be sure to find it circulating around Snapchat within minutes, now accompanied by a passionate conversation. We don't take kindly to the word no. We build our own platform when we aren't given one. We attend protests, we form petitions, we throw our own events if no one else will do it. We have ambitions to contribute to the world beyond our community. This year, Social Justice Club organized a vaccine clinic to give out over 800 shots to our community. We take action and we get concrete results. No kid should have to go through everything we've been through and continue to go through, but if it has to happen, I'm glad to go through it with all of you. I appreciate the friendship, inspiration, and determination that you have all shown me. It makes me hopeful that our generation might actually have a shot at leaving the world better than we were given it. Simply put, my favorite thing about Rangeview is us. We aren't the type to go down without a fight.
Thank you, family and friends, for being here on this nice July morning. This is a big day in our lives. I said big, not biggest. That's because each of us has bigger and better things to come. Whether it's going to college, attending trade school, or joining the military, we have great things ahead of us. None of us can mask how Rona impacted junior and senior years, and thankfully we no longer have to. We had to stay positive about staying negative. Adversity doesn't define us. How we respond to the adversity defines us. Striking out didn't define me as a baseball player. It did impact my self-esteem when talking to girls, but didn't define me as a baseball player. Attitude and effort define me as a baseball player. Set your standards high, class of 2021. Stay classy, and I hope you all remain negative.
Staff, students, and family, it's my honor to talk on behalf of the 2021 graduating class. I want to start by expressing how proud I am of my classmates before me for completing such a milestone despite the challenging circumstances. Everyone before me sits here despite a strange and frustrating pandemic, awaiting a future that we've carved out for ourselves. Oddly enough, most people would point to their freshman year as one of the worst years in their high school experience. Everyone talks of the cringy, apathetic old selves. Hearing this as a freshman 4 years ago, I set out to make it my mission to value my freshman year as though it was my last. At the time, it seemed so simple and straightforward. Each and every morning, I'd come to school and value the day as its own individual day. Every night, I was given a new opportunity to grow from the last day and to better prepare myself for the next day. Bearing this mentality, I aim to make every one of my days a new, special, and unique experience, despite the monotonous schedule laid out before us. Some days didn't go as well as others, but as long as I left those in the past, I continued to be able to move forwards. As academics became my obsession, rather than my goal, I began to lose touch with that part of myself. What I found value in then was the relationships with some of the peers that I formed at the time. Starting as just a group of kids at a lunch table, we began to plan small get-togethers. These for me weren't enough, however. I knew we could do more, so that's exactly what I sought out to do. After studying train schedules for a couple hours and then finding out Google Maps can do it in a matter of minutes, I began to plan some huge excursions. I'm not talking chilling out in your local park or grocery store with friends, which was pretty much everyone else's option at the time. I'm talking full-fledged trips to the downtown aquarium, the 16th Street Mall, the Cherry Creek Mall, the Botanical Gardens, and the Denver Zoo. It's these meaningful memories that I hope each one of you set out to create for yourselves. I believe finding people who can support your crazy excursions is crucial in our individual pursuit to find our place in this world. People are faced with two fundamental choices: to take hold of their lives and to make it their own, or to suffer as they watch their lives take hold of them. As we launch into this new period, I hope that everyone chooses to live their lives as they see fit. Make choices that are your own and no one else's.
French philosopher Albert Camus once said, the struggle itself towards the heights is enough to fill a man's heart. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. I'm sure many of you have heard the myth of Sisyphus, the man eternally condemned by the gods to push a boulder up a hill just to have it roll back down to the bottom. You see, the repetitive and meaningless nature of his task was supposed to serve as a punishment for his crimes. But something I've come to realize over these past 4 years is that all of us embody the spirit of Sisyphus, pushing various boulders up the challenging hills of our lives. I think it's safe to assume that our high school experience has been, well, unconventional to say the least. We went from throwing bags of Takis and dancing with Silento, which, yikes by the way, to spending the majority of our senior year behind a computer screen. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. And I'm sure that at some point we've all wondered when it would finally come to an end, when we would finally reach the top of that hill. We constantly struggle to find meaning in an unforgiving world, feeling the pressure as we know that many more obstacles lie ahead of us. So then why is Sisyphus happy? Is he some kind of weirdo who enjoys the pain and monotony of his life? Why does he smile knowing he'll just have to do the same exact thing over and over again? I can only explain it through the words I would hear every day from Coach Carhart. He's just having fun. Sisyphus reflects on his struggle and is fulfilled, understanding that we can live our lives to the fullest in the face of uncertainty. He demonstrates to us that the destination hardly matters, but it's the bumps and bruises we gather along the journey that imbue the goal with importance. Whether your boulder is graduating high school, getting that first job, or fighting for social equity, the reality is that the struggle to move forward, both individually and together, will never end. We just finished high school, and even though waking up at 7 a.m. every day seems almost as pointless as Sisyphus' punishment, it would be a disservice to say that the teachers, friends, and faculty at Rangeview High School have not had an impact on our lives. The boulders and hills that challenge us are meaningless until we ascribe meaning to them. Just remember to start at the bottom of the hill with a smile. Congratulations, class of 2021. Enjoy the rest of your graduation. You truly deserve it.
Yanla Aite is a member of the RHS Top 10 who has excelled in academics and music. Please join me in welcoming the graduation choir, arranger, and conductor James Laguana and Yanla as the soloist, composer, and lyricist of this original song that she wrote this year. Here's Mercy by Yanla Aite.
What does it take to feel what another man feels? What does it take to teach another man to see beyond himself? How loud do we have to preach? We should be heard without having to scream. For the love of all things, I'll stand and I'll sing. I'll put up a fist till I fall on my knees, and I shout, I cry, cry out, cry out. What's under our skin? Let us walk forward, together hand in hand, and we shout, we cry, cry out, cry out. Beat the drum of justice, baby, break those sweet old strings. Blow the horn of hallelujah, mercy, heroes sing. Beat the drum of justice, baby, break those sweet old strings. Blow the horn of hallelujah, mercy, heroes sing. Mercy on my brother, mercy on my king, mercy on my mother, mercy let us sing, mercy let us love each other. What's under our skin?
Wow, thank you. That was beautiful. Our keynote speaker this morning is Mrs. Michelle Totman. Mrs. Totman is retiring after 31 years of teaching, all 31 years at Rangeview High School. Mrs. Totman earned her bachelor degree in mathematics from Southern Methodist University, her teaching license from the University of Denver, and her master's degree in education, equity, and cultural diversity from the University of Colorado at Boulder. Over her 31 years at Rangeview High School, Mrs. Totman impacted more than 4,000 students in the classroom. In addition to her work with students through math, Mrs. Totman also coached our POMS team early in her career, was the math department chair, and created and hosted Math Cafe, a tutoring program for students. She also lent her mathematics expertise to the district, to serving on the math leadership team, helping to create curriculum and assignments for our high school math program and APS. Mrs. Totman has been our Teacher of the Year and Staff Member of the Year throughout her amazing career. We wish you well in your retirement, and please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mrs. Michelle Totman.
Good morning and welcome. Congratulations, class of 2021. I want you all to give yourself a real big hand right now. Just clap for yourselves, because you made it. We made it, because as Jaya just said, I'm about to do the same thing as you, leave the security that is Rangeview and go on into a new adventure. And I admit, like many of you, it's exciting. And I also admit, like many of you, it's terrifying some days. And why is that? When something is exciting, but it's also terrifying, that change, what happens there? Why is that? I think for all of us, for you, if you think back, as long as you can remember, you were probably only have memories of a time where you were in school. That structure, that beginning of the day, the end of the day, maybe you go to daycare or soccer practice, and as you get into high school, you do homework. But every day has that structure, and that's secure. But at the same time, every day has something new and exciting. So things change. You change teachers from year to year, change kids in your class, homecoming comes every year, and that changes things up. And so that's exciting. And I think the same has been true for my career. I have the structure of the teaching, but I also have the excitement that every day I have no idea what's going to happen next. And I have loved that. And I have valued it. And whether you are like me and you have loved your time here, or you are like pedal to the metal out of here, looking at us in the rearview mirror, excuse me, it's much the same. When you pull that structure out from underneath someone, it's unsettling. So I've started to think about it as less a new adventure and more of a continuation on the adventure that is life. Helen Keller once said that life is either a daring adventure or it's nothing. And I choose to believe that it's a daring adventure, and that we are on that daring adventure, that next journey. And that Rangeview has kind of been a pit stop. It's been a stop along the way, but it's a place, I hope, that you will hold in your heart and let it become a piece of who you are, because I know I will. So I've had a lot of time on my hands to be thinking, as you can imagine, and I was thinking about this fear of change, and I was kind of going through one morning for some crazy reason, just a checklist of fears. Like, what are the fears that are out there? Fear of heights, check, got that one. Fear of spiders. I used to have it, got over it. And then I thought, oh, you know what, the number one fear in the United States for adults, I don't know if you know this, is public speaking. And I remember thinking, hey, I don't have that one. That's great. I've been doing that my whole life. I can throw that one off. And I went on with my thoughts. And then I believe it was 4 hours later, Miss Gross called me and asked me if I would speak today. And I thought, that was the universe just slapping me upside the head and going, lady, don't get cocky. Because my heart stopped. I think my esophagus closed up. But I agreed to do it. And I'll admit to you right now, my heart rate, if I looked at my Fitbit, it's probably like 120. And it's nerve-wracking. But more than the speaking in front of all of you that's scary is the fear that I have nothing to say to you, that I don't have anything of value to give you. And that may be one of your fears as well. That what do you have to give? What's your place? What's your meaning? What's your message? So, after I accepted, I started thinking of all the people that I have worked at Rangeview alongside, my colleagues, all the students I've taught, those I've taught, and really more importantly, those who have taught me. And there have been a lot. But one thing kept coming back to me, and that was something that my second principal, Mr. Mark Stein, used to say to us. He came to Rangeview at a difficult and challenging time in Rangeview's past. But one thing he would say to us at every staff meeting and to every assembly where students were gathered as well were these words: take care of yourself and take care of each other. I think about that a lot. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And while I have no roadmap for you, I'm hoping that those words may be kind of a little podcast that's playing in your ear as you're driving along the road. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Take care of yourself. What does that mean? I mean, we've got all of the literature that says you should, not smoke, you should eat right, you should exercise, but that's not what I'm talking about here. On a practical level, the last 2 years, if they have taught us nothing at all other than the importance of our mental health, then I don't think we have learned anything. So I have a challenge for you. Take some downtime. Let your brain take some downtime every day. And here's the challenging part. Turn off your phone. Put it aside. Put it on Do Not Disturb. I've heard people out there like, oh, I can't do that. How many people think, I can't do that? I can't turn it off. Because you don't have to turn it off. You can just put it on Do Not Disturb. Put it aside. And take some time every day. You might start with 5 minutes and then work up to 10 or maybe 30 and do something else. And here's why. When downtime is neglected, the mind cannot function to its full potential. So as you think about where you're going next, think about that, and I'm going to say it again. When downtime is neglected, the mind cannot function to its full potential, which means you can't be the best employee you can be. You can't be the best student. You can't be the best friend, the best boyfriend, the best girlfriend. You cannot be the best you can be unless you take downtime, unless you let your mind rest. So it's a challenge, but I want you to think about it. I want you to try it. And while that phone is off, it doesn't really matter what you do. You could bake cookies. You could doodle. Heck, you could pick up, remember when you were in middle school, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, maybe 5th grade, 4th grade? You thought that was funny? Well, I got to tell you, it actually still is funny if you read it today. So enjoy yourself. Take 10 minutes every day to enjoy yourself. Take care of each other. Number 2. I realize some of you may have been taking care of each other or someone else this last year more than you ever believed you possibly could. And I want to thank you and I want to honor you for that. As you move forward, it is equally important for us to take care of each other. For some of us, it's in our DNA. We're caretakers. We like taking care of each other. And for others of us, it's not really in our DNA. It's a struggle to do that. I'll be me, you be you. It's all good. But both are equally important. They are both vital. Interestingly, there's a well-documented neurological link between happiness and giving of yourself. I'm a math teacher, and so I like data. And so I was reading about just all the links between happiness and self-fulfillment and giving. In 2017, there was an experiment where 96 participants received $5 each day, and they were split into 2 groups. In one group, they were told, take this $5 and go out and spend it. Tomorrow, take this $5 and go out and spend it on yourself. Buy something for you. And in the other group, they were told they had to give it to someone else. And it didn't matter what they did. They could put it in the tip jar. They could stick it in an envelope and send it away to somebody else. They could buy a gift for someone. It didn't matter. But at the end of the study, the findings that were published in the Journal of Psychological Science showed that when they repeatedly gave to others, the participants' happiness increased from their baseline, and not only that, it didn't diminish during the week, that their joy in giving was the same on the 5th day as it was every other day. And in contrast, the participants who spent money on themselves each day reportedly had a steady decline in happiness over that 5-day period. Other studies have shown similar findings. Increased generosity equals increased happiness. By giving that $5 away, we not only increase the happiness of ourselves, but also the well-being of someone else. And that, to me, is astounding. I think Oprah Winfrey summarized it best when she said, in order to be truly happy, you have to stand for something larger than yourself. Because life is a reciprocal exchange. To move forward, you have to give back. And Oprah has a lot to give, so it may be easy for her to say that. But we can't downplay what we do have at any given point in time. So here's my challenge to you on taking care of each other as a community and as a society. You got your paycheck, you're going to Starbucks, you're gonna get yourself that venti caramel maca frappiano thing. And you know what, you deserve it, right? Like, hey, I earned this, I deserve it. I'm gonna make myself feel good, I'm taking care of myself, and you are. And I don't wanna downplay that, but maybe one day, instead of doing that, you take that money and you hand it to the woman or the man on the corner who's got the sign that says homeless for children. Or maybe on your way home from work, when you're going through the drive-thru, you pick up a couple extra Happy Meals because those kids across the street always seem like they're kind of alone. I don't want to downplay those little things either. Send a text or call a friend who's been having a rough time lately. Maybe walk the neighbor's dog because she broke her hip. Anything. Because when you give, you get back. And so does everyone else. We make the world a better place when we recognize each other. One of the things I have loved the most about Rangeview High School is that even though we may have lost the words, take care of yourself and take care of each other, Mark Stein planted that in the heart of who Rangeview is as a soul, as its soul. You had a staff around you for 4 years, and maybe you never needed us. Maybe you needed the staff at Rangeview so desperately you wouldn't be here without them. But wherever you lie on that spectrum, we've been there. And I'm going to throw something out to the staff, although 10% of us, I think, that are here today, is that we still are here. You're moving on. Pedal to the metal or wandering slowly, you're going, but we are still here for you. So I'm going to ask them to do something because I believe that I'm speaking truth here, and I'm going to find out if I'm right, but I know I am. Staff at Rangeview High School, if you would, in the future years, be willing to still be a listening ear for a former student who might need that, or a roadmap, just kind of helping them, guide them a little bit, or even just celebrating with them on some accomplishment. If you're willing to continue that work with these graduates today, would you please stand? Okay. Not only that, but because there are not as many as would be here had we had graduation in May, I want you all to think for just a minute, those of you who are standing, and you remain standing here for a sec, of the number of people you can think of who could stand with you today if they were here. And I want you to hold the number of fingers up that you can think of that would be here for you, graduates, today, if they were here. Look around, graduates. If you find yourself somewhere in the future on that road where you really can't take care of yourself and you can't take care of each other, we're still here. And lastly, while you're doing this, please make good choices. In 31 years, I have lost more students and former students than I even want to begin to think about. And I don't want to bring you down today, but I will tell you this, 100%, not 100%, I would say 9 out of 10, it was because they weren't making good choices. They were not taking care of themselves, and they were not taking care of each other. And so, in my closing, I want you to know this, whether I know you or not. You are a person of value, you are worthy, and you are capable of more than you know. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and know that we are still here. Thank you.
During the honors convocation ceremony and in separate recognition ceremonies, seniors were acknowledged for their honors, awards, and scholarships. All those students who received an academic scholarships for higher education, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All those students who received athletic scholarships for higher education, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All college track graduates who received a black and light blue cord, please stand. Congratulations, and please be seated.
All students who are a member of the International Thespian Society and received a royal blue cord, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All students who are in the National Honor Society and received a purple cord, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All students who are in National Speech and Debate Association and received a silver and burgundy colored cord, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated.
All students who are a member of Journalism Quill and Scroll and received a blue and gold cord, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All students who received a light blue leadership cord for holding a student council office during their years at Rangeview, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All students who are in the Tri-M Music Honor Society and received a pink cord, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. Graduates who will be enlisting into the United States Armed Services, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Will all of the students who have received their associate's degree from the Community College of Aurora please stand? Congratulations. Please be seated. All students who received a white cord for honors 3.5 to 3.74 cumulative GPA, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All students who received a silver cord for honors 3.75 to 4.67 cumulative GPA, please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated. All students who received a gold cord for honors are top 10 graduates with a 4.678 to a 4.85 cumulative GPA. Please stand. Congratulations. Please be seated.
The class of 2021 performed exceptionally well in the athletic arena. The boys' soccer team was the league champion and state qualifier. Our girls' basketball team made it to the Great Eight for the first time in history of the school. Our boys' basketball team shined brightly again by making it to the Final Four this year after an undefeated season junior year cut short by COVID. A state championship sophomore year and a state qualifier freshman year. Their 4-year combined record was 86-9. Wow. Our cheer team made it to the state finals. Our unified bowling team was named regional champions. We had 20 athletes compete at the state track and field championships, and we won the 4x400 meter relay and had 2 seniors get on the podium in individual events. We have 1 senior competing at the national track meet today. This year, Rangeview's high school was named one of the Special Olympics National Unified Champion Schools. What a great year to be a Raider.
How about Rangeview activities? This year looked so different, but Raiders found a way to make things happen in new and creative ways. Many of our traditional events had to be modified this year, but some were better than ever. Our Diversity and Inclusion Week included virtual student and teacher panels, an incredible virtual assembly, workshops, poetry, songs, and lunch and learns. We had Homecoming Week 2021 Raider Rewind, with our first ever virtual homecoming assembly. Our theater department put together a live stream, one-act play called Selfie. Some of our clubs like Speech and Debate, Cyber Patriot, and FBLA had great successes this year, winning state and national awards, and organizations like Rotary Interact offered incredible community service events like a book drive, building little libraries, bell ringing, and developing a mentorship program. One of the biggest events was a vaccination clinic for the community set up by our Social Justice Club. Thank you, Rangeview Class of 2021, for your contributions to the great programs in our school and community. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
Class of 2021, I was so excited to come back to Rangeview in 2019, and I certainly don't have the words to express how great it was to see all of you in the junior stands that year at the opening assembly. I remember you all decked out in your Raider red and black, and Alex Easton running around wearing a tutu. I remember your excitement, your spirit, your competitive nature, and your welcoming attitude toward me, our freshmen at the time, and toward our new and returning staff. It was a joy to be with you at that moment. Never could I have imagined that the last quarter of your junior year and the entirety of your senior year would be so tumultuous in the face of a global pandemic. I'm so sorry that this has been your experience. Through it all, however, you have found ways to inspire. The staff of Rangeview High School is inspired by your grit, your tenacity, and your creativity, your care for one another. You have learned to experience academics, athletics, activities, and social events in such varying ways and at levels we never saw coming. We are so proud of your willingness to hang in there every day, online, for 3 hours at a time, day after day. We are proud of our athletes who figured out how to be highly competitive through mask wearing and crazy rules of social distancing while playing sports that are not inherently that, socially distanced. We are proud of our choirs and actors for going the extra mile to produce beauty in such creative and technological ways. We are proud of our writers in yearbook and newspaper for covering meaningful personal stories. We are proud of your desire to help your classmates and your teachers navigate technical difficulties with various online platforms and persevere through those frustrations. We are proud of your voice and your presence in fighting for social justice and reform. You are inspiring. When you think back on your senior year and maybe met with some level of sadness or loss, embrace that momentarily and then be optimistic, reflecting on all you learned and all you overcame. Each of those heartaches and successes helped you build skills of resiliency that will serve you well in the years to come. As you graduate today and move into your next adventure, continue doing the great things you've done at Rangeview High School and feel good about doing those good things. You have so much skill and empathy and creativity. Use all of that to enhance the schools, workplaces, and organizations you will join and attend. And finally, reconnect and continue to talk to the important people in your life. Share your successes and challenges with them. Remember that asking for help and advice does not mean you are weak. It means you are wise. Be kind, be bold, and be a Raider for life. It is, after all, the Raider way. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Superintendent Rico Munn and ladies and gentlemen of the Board of Education, each senior seated here has successfully completed the requirements for graduation as established by the state of Colorado and by the Board of Education of the Aurora Public Schools. As the principal of Rangeview High School and on behalf of its faculty, staff, and administration, it is now my honor and privilege to present our Rangeview High School class of 2021 to the Board of Education, to Superintendent Rico Munn, and to our honored guests and to the parents and friends of the Aurora Public Schools. Mr. Munn.
Well, good morning. It's time to get excited. Good morning. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this wonderful day today. Graduates, we've already acknowledged them, but could you please take a moment and turn and thank the members of the Rangeview staff represented here today. Give them a big hand for us. And could you also turn, thank, and show your love for the many loved ones here, your friends, your family, others who are streaming or here in person to support you and show you their love. It's been a beautiful ceremony this morning, and I so appreciated hearing from our student speakers and hearing the wonderful song by Ayanla and the choir. It's been wonderful to be part of that. I particularly was inspired by Zachary, who made reference to Albert Camus, who was a famous French philosopher from the 1930s and 40s, and talking about the myth of Sisyphus. In that, Camus talks about how if we are to understand the absurdities of life, if we're to face those down, to a degree we have to imagine Sisyphus as happy. We have to recognize that in facing those difficulties and facing those moments, that we have to control those by having an affective understanding that there's only certain responses to those. And the responses that Camus talks about are three: revolt, freedom, and passion. And you have so greatly demonstrated that in the face of the absurdity of a pandemic. And it's demonstrated by your student speakers today. One form of revolt is having humor in the face of darkness. Andrew gave us examples of that. Another form of freedom is trying to find your way around town, trying to find your way to get out into society, into nature, and Anthony talked a little bit about that. And another form is that passion, and Ellie talked about that passion of how you stood up and fought for social justice throughout your time as Raiders. You've understood those lessons and you've taken those to heart and demonstrated your wonderful resilience and your ability in the face of life's absurdities. And so I offer you one more thought from Camus, in that he says that man is the only creature that refuses to be what he is. I find that such a profound idea and such a profound concept going forward. Because each day what we ask of you is to be more than what you are. To each day meet your responsibilities, but to exceed your expectations. To each day go out and be above and beyond what you think you can be, what others think you can be. We know you can do that because you have demonstrated that to us in the face of this absurd year. And so we thank you, and we're so excited about who you are and who you're going to be in the years to come. And we welcome you back, be it within the halls of Rangeview or to be part of the Aurora community, to uplift us and support all of us in all the challenges that life presents us moving forward. So as I stand here today, it's my great honor and it's my great privilege on behalf of the Board of Education to accept you as the 2021 graduating class of Rangeview High School. Congratulations.
All right, seniors, we will begin with the graduates seated on the stage. Move to the section on my right and then progress to the section on my left. After you have received your diploma cover, please move to the center of the stage to have your picture taken with me, woohoo, and then off the stage for another photo, and then follow directions back to your seat. I respectfully request that both our graduates and their guests please remember that you are part of a distinguished celebration that includes several hundred people, which is so awesome today. Please do not use noisemakers or cause intrusion and interruptions that would prevent families from clearly hearing their graduate's name. Please remain in your seat so everyone can see the graduate whose accomplishments they are celebrating today. Your cooperation in this is greatly appreciated, and thank you.
Jaya Lee Kaylee. Roland Samuel Green. Elizabeth Paige Newman. Sebastian Jahi Lee. Matthew Gebra Johannes. Zachary Amin Nafawi. Anthony Dylan Detweiler. Andrew Emil Ebert. Yanla Hayite. Sini Quach. Grace Chang. Hiram Alex Easton. Andrea Obundis. Gabriela Lizeth Acevedo. Alan Diego Adame. Jeffrey Ose Afriye. Farron Jade Corpus Uggan. Carla Viviana Agustin Pizarro. Rosalie Adoma Ajakwa. Mildred Sitlali Alcantar. Alicia Day Allen. Abel Alvarez. Marcus J. Alvarez. Amy Stephanie Alvarez Carvajal. Hussein Allah Talib Al-Zaidi. Vani Mariana Archuleta. Jasmine Ariano Macias. Blessed Bohema Asari. Sarah Elizabeth Aschenberg. Wendy Sari Avalar. Karen Guadalupe Avitia Caballero. Rediet Sisai Ayano. Matthew Christopher Baca. Jonathan Marshall Thomas Bagula. Elliot Shannon Caitlin Baker. Hunter Lewis Baldwin. Jordan Lamar Bannister. Santiago Barba Ray. Elena Nicole Barella. Juan Pedro Barrera Pacheco. Liam Barrett. Torin Kai Beal. Jasmine Denise Beck. Sara Salman Bendamin. Jalen Eugene Bennett. Georgiana Irene Benson. Reese Douglas Berkey. Abigail Virginia Bernstein. Mariana Baruman. Kylie Lynn Blackburn. Alexis Simone Harmony Blake. Justin Blass. Alicia Ann Bledsoe Palmer. Samuel Ampedo Boateng. Randy Bilonda Bando. Irvin Allen Bonilla Pantejo. Jordan Borrego Guardado. Elicia Isabel Bortz. Eileen Bravo. Tyler Edward Brazee. Julian Yahan Bridges. Sarah Ann Bridgeford. Jacob Somito Broderick. Micah Ari Brown. Tasia Rose Brown. Tyler Chase Brown. Mary Grace Brungart. Amari Sade Bullock. Christopher Gabriel Burgos. Latacia Jolie Burks. Lennon Bustos Molina. Jose Ramon Cabeza Lamus. Karime Annalie Cabrales Ramirez. Vincent Michael Patrick Cafaro. Kiana Charisse Caldwell. Nadalyn Karime Camarillo. Daniel Lewis Campbell. Mackenzie Reese Campbell. Orlando Cano Razo. Mercedes Angeline Capazzolo. Ernesta Caraveo Herrera. Eliana Lynn Casillas. Summer Elizabeth Casillas. Angel David Castillo. Sabina Castillo Oruela. Jacob Castorena Villalobos. Eric Castro Sarabia. Eric Salvador Serna. Brianna Itzel Cervantes. Jennifer Cervantes Gutierrez. Marissa Ann Chambers. Jesse Imanol Chavez Gonzalez. Leslie Alejandra Chavez Moreno. Glenda Hoylam Cheng. Megan Kathleen Christian. Bilal Madhu Sise. Paul Jacob Cahoon. Dawn Destiny Connor. Aiden Joaquin Contreras. Rayanne Elizabeth Cook. Angelina Cooper. Jeremiah Samuel Cordova. Nicholas Corona Magana. Andres Correa Martinez. Romeo Luis Cortez. Alicia Maria Cruz. Vince Daniel Maglente Cubos.
Madison Sierra Cunningham. Skylar Chance Davis. Tell me if I go too slow, too fast. Kadon Austin Dawson Hardaway. Devany De La Torre Hernandez. Kylie Marie Deeds. Estrella Minerva Del Valle. Estefania Delgado. Jennifer Maria Delgado. Dallin Karis Deloach. Nazareth Tedessa Thurby. Mauricio Diera. Brooklyn Ollie Dolan. Brenda Sabina Durantes. Iris Raylene Dunlap. Brian William Ebenall. Lily Frances Eberly. Ryan Monet Edwards. Riley Cole Eloriaga. Michael Robert Englehart. Rachel Nicole Etter. Raymond James Favela. Rajane Yuleen Felton. Evelyn Fernandez Hernandez. Jacqueline Perez Jimenez. Rosanti DeRay Fisher. Shakti Fisher. Janet Alejandra Flores. Marisol Flores. Carrie Eileen Flores Frescas. Jonathan Flores Granados. Leonel Flores Reyes. Sarah Elizabeth Marie Bauer Faulkner. Jaden Coyote Foster. Samantha Noel Fuentes. Mariana Galdamez Duras. Derek Lee Gallegos. Anthony Garcia. Joshua Rafael Garcia. Miguel Tanoc Garcia. Karen Garcia Castro. Eduardo Felix Garcia Fonseca. Eugenio Fabian Garcia Gonzalez. Karima Angeline Garcia Franco. Anais Gardier. Hauzinoit Gepretzadik Gide. Is it Angel or Angel? Okay. Johnny Angel Gomez. Avery Bernardo Gonzalez. Kathia Gonzalez. Leah Samra Gonzalez Gallegos. Lily Ann Desiree Goshorn. Anaí Govea Trujillo. Omar Francisco Granados. Josiri Alonzo Grimes. Jose Angel Guerrica Perez. Brandon Scott Hackworth. Jason Hankins. Emily Nicole Hansen Lopez. Jonathan Evan Harris. Lynn Ariana Harris. Cole Jackson Hyken. Heine, right? Heine? Hein? Brent Stephen Hine. Christopher Heredia. Angel Gabriel Hernandez. Haley Angelica Hernandez. Daniel Angel Hernandez Gonzalez. Juliana Marie Hess. Ryan James Hewitt. Leona Quine Hicks. Thamaya Sarah Lee High. Jaden Silas Hines. Dallas Zane Hinojosa. Christian Leanne Hobson. I don't know your middle name. Oh, Eric Tyler Holt. Lauren Grace Homestead. Kylie Ann Hoy. Naisiri Emmanuel Elliott Humes. Alex James Humphrey. Kenny Randy Jimenez. Chloe Johnson. Mary Joanne Darlene Jones. Isaiah Joseph. Demi Marie Jocelyn. Hanok T. Kabidi. Alexis Nicole Keller. Joseph Allen Kelly. Kimani Arjoy Kelly. Nefertiti Kenny Kilgore. Guadalupe Jacqueline Sandoval. Sega Fasil Bahita. Wait, hold on, Johari. Johari Gitonga Kimathi. James Henry Kimball III. Cameron Martin Klineski. Yes! Samrawit Yamane Kapesa. Gabriel Michael Kramer. Emily Allison Margaret Coons Howland. Salma Fatim Lawson. Ariana Laris Bencomo. Jacob Cornelius Laverty. Bernice Leal. Chelsea Elvira Leal. David Lacona. Anthony Tommy Lee Jr. Benjamin Byron Lamaster IV. Karen Adriana Leon. Kendra Carla Leon Panuco. Christopher Francisco Leon Velez. Okay. Ready? Angel Louis Lewis III. Abrina Renee Lewis. Angel Daniel Lycia Rosales. Stephen Alberto Linares. Brianna Marie Lanier. Karina Lobatos. Anna Mariah Long. Jonathan Israel Lopez. Adan No Lopez Molina. Hi, sweetie. Adele Susel Lorenzen. Daquan Jamal Lucas. Jesus Enrique Lucio. For sure. Kayla Tui Luong.
Kevin Machado Utrea. Jorge Macias Escalante. Alexis Nigeli McSheen. Morris Alexander Madore. Diego Sebastian Maldonado Lopez. Noah J. Manbusan Castillon. Jonathan Cole Markline. Adrian Xavier Marquez. Caleb Christian Martin. Jennifer Martin Aguilar. It's good? Okay. We're back in business. Alan Roberto Martinez Favela. Michael Tyler Matheny. Dayana Joy McFall. Isa Jean McGrew. Alejandro Eric Medrano. Samuel Medrano de Jong. Elva Ray Mejia. Adam Mesfin McConan, excuse me. Irvin Aaron Melendez Rodriguez. Osvaldo Hervé Malero. DiMaggio Michael Merritt. Jaden Tuche Merur. Excuse me. Tried my best. Ruth Ube Mesfin. Joseph Allen Mestis. Robert J. Mestis. Luis Carlos Mayer Perez. Deveron James Miles. Cayman Deonce Miller. Serenity May Monroe. Madison Page Moon. Kennedy Ari Moore. Cesar Antonio Morales. Perla Janira Morales Correa. Okay. Arturo Luponini Morales Arazo. Jennifer Moreno Martinez. Mekdes Abdi Mujay. Yashua Azim Hadia Mujib. Adis Jonas Mugeta. Emily Mongia. Quentin Michael Mural. Alasia Luray Murray, excuse me. Griffin Roma Musilowski. Alexander Myers. Shem Myung. Esteban Nava. Evelyn Briseda Nava Gallegos. Marielle Navarro Corona. Alazy Suzette Negrete. Kola Burhanu Nagusi. Susmita Neopani. Hannah Jaylene Navarez Segovaniana. Bao Tian Chon Nguyen. Kang Phuc Nguyen. I do okay? Tin Chung Nguyen. Ajane Miracle Norman. Ajane. Thank you. John Olaf Heinz Norsen. Ivan Nasamaza. Anthony Dale Ogle. Mariana Ojeda. Precious Kofuwala Oladeye. Henry Joe Lumu Angala. Braden Joseph Orlowski. Elizabeth Ortega. Luis Enrique Ortega Orta. Gonzalo Ortiz Mata. Fernando Ortiz Sanchez. Zora Chidera Osuge. Koyansola Absisoya Oifeso. Okay, Yasmin Yahara Navea Page. As I asked the question, I know. Ziomara Sitlale Palacios Hennes. Giovanni Massimiliano Polazzolo. Stephen Jesus Palma Padilla. Cade Zachary Palmer.
Natiket Payawong. Ethan Chanhee Park. Evan Tyler Passmore. Jasmine Nicole Pavone Garcia. Destiny Sadaya Payne. Cassie Rose Pearson. Ruby Soledad Pete Ook. Daphne Alexis Perez. Samantha Guadalupe Perez. Vivian Perez. Devin Lamont Filio. Stephanie Mayi Pickens. Lewis. Colin Norman Lewis Pincus. Leslie Danae Polito. You're good. Hey, congrats. Selena Desiree Powell. Bryant Francisco Puga Cruz. Adeline Elizabeth Quiros. Sheena Elizabeth Chi Rakatavau. Mario Isaac Ramirez. Daniela Alejandra Ramos Perez. Shania Angelique Rong-Ong Nisan. Yahir Renteria Avilas. Isaac Gerardo Reyes. Yahir Alexis Reyes Gallardo. Esmeralda Zaret Reyes Cruz. Yasira Marlene Reyes Martinez. Robert Sean Richardson. Angel Rodrigo Rivera. Hunter Riley Rivers. Rachel Ann Robinson. Angel Rodriguez. Jacqueline Adriana Rodriguez. Nicholas Joseph Rodriguez. Noe Ricardo Rodriguez. Hi, congrats. Rosita Rodriguez Ariola. Franklin Andre Rojas Jr. Eduardo Roman. Hey, congrats. Evan Anthony Romero. Jeremiah Samuel Romero. Isaac Romo. Congrats. Nasea Renee Royal. Genesis Alejandra Reles. Moises Alejandro Reles Castro. Sean Lynn Ryland Winter. Samuel Ernesto Salazar Martinez. Rodrigo Salazar Romero. Brianna Miracle Sanchez. Ivan Sanchez. Eva Raquel Santoyo Villa. Shaylin Harmony Savage. Owen Paul Schultz. Ivan Merlin Serrano Martinez. Thanks. Askari Shah. Askari Shah. Jaden Marcel Shaw. Carissa Star Schumach Kelly. Lisa Fernanda Ciajes Archilla. Hasian Simamora. Natasha Magdalena Sipahutar. Hanak Altaye Sium. Caroline Diane Smith. Delia Whitney Smith. Mia Caitlin Smith. Charisse Andrea Smith. America Solorzano Bravo. Jose Luis Soto Echaveste. Congrats. Julia Noel Stacks. Cameron Nicholas Stepter. Ash Charles Stott. Hayden William Studer. David William Schauta. Priscilla Inda Tampubolan. Alex Michael Taparo. Congrats. Daniel Calvin Cornelius Taylor. Nicholas Tulu Tao. Jordan May Titworth. Congrats. Aiden Jacob Tonk. You're ready. Renee Malin Tracy. Angela Turner. Lamont Deshawn Tutson. Caleb Kenneth Urban. Congrats. Christian Jonathan Valdez. Adriana Maria Vasquez Hara. Riley Mae Vaughn. Congrats. Carla Ureli Vasquez Ariano. Jennifer Vasquez Villaseñor. Ruby Alejandra Vega Jordan. Thanks. Adamaris Guadalupe Venegas Angel. Jessica Vo. Congrats. Tiffany Wing Vo. Hi. Joseph Warner. Anaya Marcella Waters. Eric Alexander Watts. Congrats. Michael Quinton Weathersby. Tanner Garen Wells.
Nathan Gregory Wetzel.
Daryl Christopher White. Catherine Rose White. Jalen Janet Williams. Jeffrey Bruce Shumar Williams. Devin Lee Wilson. Emma Ray Wolf. Ella Trisha Wonder. Rebecca Gade Workanow. Joshua Isaiah Wyatt. Jacob Dylan Yeckley. Helen Mazangia Zelika. Jeremy Godoy Zelkin. Ivan Renee Zuniga Akala. Pedro Ramirez Rodriguez. Ramses Magana Gonzalez. Isaac Joseph Maldonado. Kalia Jones. Mercedes Isabella Lopez.
Okay, graduates, immediately after the ceremony, you will be dismissed by rows back to the Hinckley Gym to pick up your diploma from your counselor. Families will be able to meet their graduates in the parking lot after their students have received their diplomas. I welcome back to the podium your MCs, Jaya Cayley and Alex Easton.
Okay, you want to take a selfie with them at the end? Okay. All right, besties, this is the moment you might want to pull your phone out for. All right, graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left.
Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Wait, take a selfie with the
Do it, go.
Okay. All right, besties, we're going to take a selfie one last time all together, okay? Okay, good job, guys. All right, we leave them out? Oh. Sorry. Graduates and audience, please rise for the recessional.
Clap along Uh.